aimed at bringing more hydro energy online has passed the House of Representatives, but only after a controversial provision that would have removed federal environmental reviews was taken out. The bill, H.R. 678, passed easily on the House floor.
On this vote, the yeas are 416, the nays are 7. The bill is passed.
The legislation is aimed at the Bureau of Reclamation, the federal agency under the Department of Interior responsible for building many of the iconic dams in the American West. The House bill allows the Bureau of Reclamation to develop smaller hydro projects on land it already owns. Irrigation canals, for example.
Hydropower is the cheapest and cleanest source of electricity available through modern technology. It's the highest source of non-carbon emitting energy in the world, and accounts for approximately 75% of the United States' total renewable electricity generation.
But the bill introduced by Republican leadership drew fire from some Democrats who objected to a provision that would waive reviews of any project under the National Environmental Policy Act, also known as NEPA.
We need to make sure that small and large hydropower actually moves forward, but doing it at the expense of the environment by waiving environmental review is just not the right way to do it.
Republicans said the NEPA review was duplicitous since the land had already been developed and undergone a NEPA review.
Folks, it's concrete. It's been sitting here with running water. I don't see the need, and I hope you don't see the need for a NEPA environment.
But that didn't satisfy Democrats.
I am glad that there's some visual effects here. It is important, but I don't know how old the canal, whether it leaks, or whether there are any levee issues. So it is important to have a NEPA review.
Why all the fuss over an environmental review? Democrats may have been worried about the slippery slope argument that dropping one environmental review might set a precedent, and Republicans may have stoked those fears.
I believe this bill is a model for the future. I hope that similar regulatory reforms will soon be extended to other federal and non-federal facilities.
Eventually, Republicans offered an amendment that dropped the demand for completely eliminating the environmental review. That amendment passed, and
the ayes have it. The amendment is agreed to.
That set up the stage for the bill's final passage. With the environmental protections intact, the bill has a much greater chance of actually being considered in the Senate.